He's such a smart Omen player, and I want to see a little bit of that coming out, because right now, ULF are just running at them, and they can't stop them running at them, and we will see the comps at least we expected.
Yeah, and I think you make a good point there of like ULF just running at them, but I think as well what Mandatory have in the back of their mind is this is a marathon, not a sprint. We're in best of 5 territory here. Like the amount of best of 5s that ULF been playing, yes, they've played in a couple, but like you're on stage now, it's different gravy.
Yeah, ULF on their defensive sunset, they're not as aggressive as maybe on some of the other maps. Most of the rounds, you're just going to see them take that A control with 3 players and have a quite weak setup on the B side of the map. So like I said before, I want Mandatory to abuse that weak side of the map.
And I want to shout out to Hip as well. I think Hip sort of also go under notice when he's not playing the Senti. When he's on this Initiator, he's actually very, very reliable. I'm very impressed, which is quite funny because on the other side, Neki, the last time they played this map, 13-11, 1 assist. that's what you want to see out of your Sober player, right?
Yeah, but do you know what? Like, the amount of frags that he was picking up on that first map, like, do the assists even matter if he's just going in and getting the kills? He was getting so many multi-kills on him.
Like, when I said 4 superstars in IGL, I was trying my best to preface that, like, this guy can't frag still.
Yeah.
Like, even their IGL is fragging.
Yeah, I mean, you worked with Forsaken. I feel like you should, you know, you should know what that feels like. But very, very important for Mandatory, and I want to see them bounce back mentally as well.
Yeah, I have to agree. Like we say, we're looking at this roster who will be relying on experience of having the experience of playing on the stage as well, not only like their career history, but yeah, I think for them, they've been in situations like this before where they can bounce back and they should be able to bounce back. It's just whether or not they're going to let ULF run over them like you mentioned.
They're not going to have a choice here. They cannot let ULF get this early of a 2-0 lead, Pansy and Hypod. This is going to be a tough one.
I am absolutely with you there, Yinzu. This is a matter of momentum now as Mandatory need to wake up, Mike. That map 1 should have put the fear of God in them because
absolutely,
ULF came out swinging today.
For sure. I think these early 3 or 4 rounds, we've got to see something from Mandatory. Not just round victories, but to really swing the pendulum back in their favor. It's an absolute statement on map 1. See, coming into Sunset, some questions here for me. Again, ULF's previous performance, I think maybe just a little bit of complacency on display. Yep. They burn very bright. And a few times, a couple of rounds have got away from them. I think obviously they were victims of a team that obviously came very well prepared to deal with their play style, but yeah, I think it's completely different now. We're talking about Mandatory really looking to bounce back.
Oh, yeah.
Such a tough loss on map 1.
Okay. And the composition is unique. It's their own, right? They should feel comfort in this. They are starting out on the attacking side, ULF on the defense. And into this we go. Sop off to the start that we kind of ended on map 1.
Spotted another as well, just on the retreat.
Gotta go. Look at Echo's positioning too. Managed to slip there so early.
Yeah. They'll be able to tuck in now for good information and potentially an opportunity to backstab. Mandatory are looking to re-clear back towards top mid, or at least there's 2.
We've got to go and see what he's up to down here.
He's going to be cleared.
Oh, the timing.
He checked the camera.
And we checked Sop. Enzo. Oh, things are going a little bit weird.
It's a bit blinky.
Enzo, the one to catch him in the end. Diligent re-clear on that. Could have been easy to be too focused on one side. But Mandatory trying to work middle. This is their map choice. Time to show a bit of comfort here. Neki going back in for more.
Attacker's got to be careful, already down to 61 HP. And with the Sheriff on the other side. So we just... about catching a heal here. Everybody back up to fighting fit. It's only one player, it's Ordaz, to hold down the fort here.
As his Paranoia just invested the smoke, so he gets to buy time. And I think there's a lean coming back over as well. Neki's probably going to get there too late to help the initial front line. With the Paranoia going in, going to spot one on site, unaffected. Now there's problems. 13 seconds, he can't really do much to deny this plant. Needs the cavalry to arrive. You're seeing Sop come over towards the site as well. Can Mandatory hold this? 3 trying to swing the smoke, but it's been seen. Ordad's going to be stunned up. Does he get to live? Kellogg's
got another one!
What is that? He is desperately trying to do this, but Fabian now the last one alive in a 1v1. Hip's just here. Oh my God! 3 HP is what it takes. Getting the first there, defined by the smallest of margins.
You thought Fabian maybe was going to catch it there with the second flash, but such a fine margin. So Echo just... I mean, the cam actually, it looked like he was in it a little longer, but certainly had a chance to reset. So diligent for Mandatory to really let this round breathe. Stick the landing. Pistol on the board. Echo the only one to invest here.
Oh,
for walking mid.
Yeah, Floro middle. Close. And they're not really stopping.
No, no.
Gotta be a bit careful about this one. Stun's not bad. 2 on the left didn't get as affected, but look at the damage being done, man. Like, they got plans for this. Down to 3. Oh my god! And I forgot about Echo with the Sheriff as well. Come on. Mandatory stabilize here.
Well, do they commit to be here and abandon the weapons?
It does give opportunity, doesn't it? They're trying to police them a little bit, but...
Did they throw anything out?
It looked like Enzo was trying to there, but I don't know what he managed. 2 Bulldogs in hand. Fabian slowly clearing through. He's still around. Yes, so okay, they've managed to at least police some of these. But Echo's still alive. 45 HP and 2 targets coming his way. He's going to hear these steps and call for help. Fabian's coming over. Oh my god! Whoa, he's still got one! Now, surely it's known, Enzo going to be forced off the angle. He's invested in the res. Desperate, worried, nervous, but he gets it done again. Finest margins, Michael.
Big win to pull out the res though, Enzo.
Had to, absolutely. You felt that pressure.
Round. Second on the board here. Going off to a flying start. It's Enzo 5-1, but the damage done here. It's a 3-for-2 trade.
It's barely with anything. Sheriff at most.
And Echo still, he finds that kill, but actually is caught in the fault line as well. There's a world where he's outside that fault line and gets both of them.
Yeah.
Because they're not expecting him here at all.
Well, if that's the start, who knows how this game goes. Let's have a look here, see if maybe Mandatory can continue. Hard fought, but 1 out rounds. The stun again, bloody hell, it's good. Ordaz does catch it on the way back in there, but still, it's fine. He gets to reset, Enzo can't trade it. There's no trade available. So probably don't leave that spike down there all on its own. And Sop looking to go hunting.
Spots 2. It's a good information in terms of the bigger picture.
They're staying stacked up on main.
Ordaz able to slow things down the paranoia as well, so I'm sorry, feel as if that's the win they were looking for. Sop's just given up. I guess on the timing of the smoke here.
This is tough, but like shields galore, it's only Kellogg's who does have a proper shield. Stun over the top, but they're going to try to scale through. It has caught, it slowed them down. Hip can't quite do much about this, and now everyone trying to re-congregate around together. They try and fight maybe for B main space, that's always the consideration, but Kellogg's is waiting on the other side. They could be pinched on this B site. A nice plan, but it's not well made. Echo in the end going to fight and find some security. Neki not checked, off in position. Echo again! Mikey's gone down, and now Hip's already noted. Revealed, Star, there's not much more you could ask for there from Ult. Perfectly playing that round.
Absolutely. They flipped this site so effectively.
And I almost wanted Kellogg's there to just live.
Yeah, Kellogg's probably feeling as if there is still somebody tucked into... I don't think they're expecting Neki at all. I'm not sure if there was some utility elsewhere noted, but I think that's what Kellogg's is thinking. He wants to pinch at exactly the same time. Echo makes that smoke work in his favor. The response is found. Yeah, actually on the back of that, scrappy purchase. Some threat here for sure, but proactivity. Stop shut down though.
Yeah, they're going to keep going like this though. I feel you've got to kind of tame them. You've got to try and push them back down off this confidence. So for Mandatory, that's a really good indicator. If they can at least deal with that early aggression coming out from Sop, keep him somewhat in heal, the rest of the map may become available.
That's why these early stretch of rounds are so important for Mandatory to get the game back into their own hands. Retake setup towards A. They do have the camp spotting towards short here. Mandatory find themselves positioned outside. Still, good util here. On the side of Ulf, not much burnt up initially in the early round other than Neki. It looks as if Mandatory almost second-guessing themselves in terms of the mid-round here. Now calling a pivot back towards B, which is wide open. There's no util here.
No, and you gotta look at how deep Echo is towards A, and he's seeing nothing, right? This is a big callback because of maybe just his positioning alone.
30 seconds
Caution being
left.
aired by Fabian, but it's getting a bit late in the round here. So
Yeah,
Neki,
20 seconds, that window of opportunity is closing rapidly.
when's that dart coming back on as well? 2 more seconds. This could be really rough stuff. Yeah, there's the check. Eats the paranoia, but that's still fine. Can he set anyone else up here, though? No reveal of it.
Now
10
he's stuck
seconds.
in the smoke.
He's just praying, man. He's just holding his breath. Oh, what a swing! The prayers were answered! And it's devastating for Mandatory. They overthought it, Mike. They cooked it too far.
Ken, you get down to 20 seconds. We talk about one kill could swing the entire outcome, but they're so desperate then to throw bodies towards default. And there's a huge gap between the first out here. The flash catches perfectly.
For me, if you're going to play late rounds, I don't love it, but at least you've got to work out that utility. You were saying kind of on that first rotation towards A, there was still a lot of utility.
I mean, see,
with Ulf.
it's only Neki that was kind of completely broke in terms of the util. Fabian still had everything. They had a paranoia on top of that as well.
So much stall just to deny the plant if they wanted to. So this has to be timed up here and already solved. Back to business. 3 remaining. Oh, man, the stars are aligning on this. Stop just playing that close corner. Oh, and so it's hard to watch this. It's hard to watch, Mike.
Maybe looking to catch them off guard here, but a pace change amounting to nothing.
Because again, we talk about it becoming, you know, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, but when things start going a little bit scary like this, it just feels like, hey, 3 maps is 3 maps, and they're going to be pretty close. If they don't find an answer, no early timeout here, still going to let them go for this. Plenty of options left, but it's how these rounds are going that worries me.
So we're talking about the tone, the statement that was made in map 1. Ultimately here, I feel like Mandatory have already, I don't want to say failed on that objective, but they certainly haven't swung this back in their favor just yet.
Not convinced me. I want to be convinced. I want to be on side. I want to see all of that align. This map looked good with them. But right now, they're struggling to find that corner to play from. Only going to catch one. I don't think that caught the second, but the breakthrough top middle. They finally got a shot at it. Great follow-up. And this is better. They've tightened this up completely. Perfect execution. Seeing that potential. Now, Sob, hey, you're good. A 1v5 like this, man. Hell, I don't know what I'd do.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm scared fully going in for it. There's no tattoo conversation, but can he make it costly? Got a feel he can. Oh, I like this guy, man. He's still lethal, but still. For Mandatory, it is huge for them. That was get back towards middle, boys.
Now,
Let's show this execution.
I was just saying, it feels like they maybe failed on their first objective, but to double down on this top mid take is actually very indicative of the resilience here for Mandatory. The res in hand now, Kellogg's one away from his ultimate, but look at the other side of the board. Only missing the Rolling Thunder for Fabian.
You're going to go back to pressuring top mid again?
Well, I hope they now don't get tunnel vision.
As well, Saw.
Oh, he's caught!
For the paranoia! He's still doing damage! Oh my god! This offside! It just feels like nothing
Just like that, right back at them.
It's unreal, man! And now the spike gets left towards tiles. And you look at the extremities. There was an attempt at aggression towards B main. That was already thwarted, but look towards A. Look at what they've got.
Spotted.
And Fabian's got himself down towards middle. They've gotten back by Spawn. Man, they're barely leaving Spawn on this. Enzo does have res, so there's a chance. Fabian patrolling. Trade comes in. There's still an issue of that. Ordaz keeping control of the spike. They kept that in check, leaving just Kellogg's. In a 1v3, Ordaz is low. Dart.
Revealed as well. Forced back, noted.
Not getting much play on this, is he?
Smoke's going to go across here, and unfortunately in some of these slower rounds, Kellogg's just isn't able to find anybody.
Echo. Just going to wait. Get the spot top middle swing.
And just to come back to that, where Mandatory aren't kind of stacking up and deathballing early on in these rounds, Kellogg's isn't catching a player in transition on sides. He's not catching somebody jump peeking somewhere. And unfortunately, whilst all that's happening, it's just a ton of damage conceded elsewhere on the map.
Bullseye.
The plans are really well made. I actually can't stress it enough. They're a scary team to see because I have to highlight Mandatory. We just saw that really explosive, well-drilled top-mid burst, right? We saw what they could do with that when everything lines up, when they get the green light. Right back, though, ULF instantly answer with their own sort of approach, taking that aggression right down middle. But I don't think it's just been on that mid push, right? We saw that extremity push on A coming out from Ordaz, getting himself down there, complementary to that big attention pull towards tiles. It's all lining up well. So investments coming out here, pretty big ones too for ULF, and their money's solid.
Yeah, I mean,
Mandatory, this is sketchy times.
Yeah, this backstretch of rounds.
We're going to need
the first half. It's
a checkup on Mitch soon, I think.
Is he still in there?
I'm seeing head shakes. Oh, okay. It's not good. It's not good. All right, just check.
Why have we not got Mitch cam?
We need it.
Where's the Mitch cam?
We need it. Let's bring that in. I mean, this guy has been following Enzo's career, and I think just Enzo in general for a while. But again,
he's going to be following around all day.
He probably has been. He probably has been. But look, he told me, you know, after map 1, don't worry, he's just a showman. He's giving us a show.
Oh, okay.
Map 1, no, we want the full series. We want to go the distance. We want all 5. We want to see the best of both. I mean, Enzo's turned up. I need to see everyone else.
Yes.
Yeah, just come back to that same point again. It's
here.
Oh, for never leaving somebody kind of out to dry in some of these situations.
Fighters 5, man.
Yeah.
Always help.
I think it's going to draw Kellogg's closer and closer towards the stack in the early round.
But this is curious, though. This is the first time, I don't want to say we've seen him on an island, but we were just saying about the help system, right? How there's always additional bodies. Ordaz is very isolated on this side of the map.
Yeah. Fabian's still in range to maybe slow something down with Fault Line.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, help. Helps fast. Sop's on the way, but he's going to be behind the curve. He can slow it down with the paranoia. But they're not bursting off this yet either. They're not picking up complete tempo. They've kind of fought for A main space. And a replay from Ordaz. And the confidence! Sop said, there it is. You don't get an individual fight, even though it felt on a knife's edge. Sop on the line, and Mikey made to look like there was never hope for this. Even though it's a one-man A-hold, the second there's an audio cue, everyone is here.
God, Neki actually fully catching that flash. He runs him up! Oh my god.
So close.
Neki's turned that corner and caught a flash. He's like, it's only fade alive. But yeah, just look how quickly ULF move around the map. It's just on the back of 1 or 2 steps. Ordaz hasn't even felt any pressure yet.
No, I think it was just hearing Takas, right? They heard Takas, had the paranoia just in case. The second he hears it, you saw those rotations. And look, Fabian, not up in the kill feed like he was before, but already 9 assists. And the aggression continues, unorthodox from Sop. And going to be punished on that Takas, evening the score a little.
First time really seen them punish this map in terms of early aggression. One isolated here. Ordaz, I look towards the back lines. Really good for one this time.
Trying to tame that aggression ain't so easy. The disappearing act over towards mid. Kellogg's gets out of it, but Fabian's still waiting. Trying to isolate a fight. He's going to look for Takas, but now in the open. And this is better again every now and then. Things come together for Mandatory, but Neki going to take away Kellogg's. Echo still close. Can't find a fair fight. Good work. And now keeping that operator might be the primary objective.
We're tagged down to 70, so noted earlier on in the round. I think Mandatory going to look for a confidence booster here. Go on the hunt. Mikey towards top mid now. Enzo just cresting the corner. Again, first time that they punished this early aggression. Found a clean first blood. Mikey to clean up. And immediately they pivot in. They know as soon as one player falls, ULF will look to collapse on that position. Almost leave the back door open here towards A. Ordaz trying to capitalize off that mid pressure. So still keeping this within touching distance. Just 1 round separating these teams.
Now, last time around, we saw Mandatory get around like that. It was instant aggression back. combined with players, but no, this is a different look coming out from ULF. A little bit more standardized, deeper dart. There was a plan behind it, but look at this caution being aired by Mandatory. I don't blame them. They've learned their lessons by now, so carefully working the map. There is a deep line being held. So, standing by on this. Prowler dealt with stun. Not actually affecting him. He's still on this line, but they're going to note his presence.
Face your fear!
Ton of investment there. Sop still goes forward and finds Takas.
I don't think he knows how to back away. I don't blame him. Fabian's only gone and found Mikey, and they can't get off the starting blocks.
Again, it's another situation where I think Mandatory felt like, yes, there's only going to be one more here. Mikey's going to be able to split sight lines here with the TP.
Neki, not going to be able to get those multi-kills this time. They've actually fought for a path towards B here, Mike.
Issue being there's a rolling thunder here. I think Mandatory wisely going to take the fight to ULF, but no chance of them moving just yet.
So, if anyone tries to dig deeper, ooh.
Not sure if he would have spotted there, actually. Trying to bait it out with the first tap, left. Maybe looking for Echo.
And Kellogg's waiting, chomping at the bit here. They want to pick before this plant at this point, it looks like. Takes away Echo, can't get the follow-up, no trade there. Ordaz going to be the one to be able to tip this back into scale. And now the problem is that the ult comes in and look at the time, 13 seconds. Enzo! Heaven sent word from him! Plant on the cards, but does it get denied? It does. And now Fabian can't do enough.
Maybe a little overzealous here in terms of the approach. Everything aligning, and actually Mandatory able to navigate their way through some of this pressure in terms of the ultimates. The Rolling Thunder coming through, landing towards default, but again, it's the kill here from Enzo, doubling down onto Ordaz. Beautiful stuff.
Needed that. Stringing together some rounds, right, in these buy rounds, having the answers. That's got to give you a bit of hope here. Early challenges, early looks, early aggression. Ordaz, big. Oh my God, I thought he was on for 3, but Sop slipped through as well. Mikey on cleanup duty, catching him off now. The rest of the layer of aggression, not going to get much more here. You're looking towards B main as well. Well, that space is being preoccupied.
I was going to say, issue being you can't really police these weapons now.
Echo's the one that scares me as well in these rounds.
Yeah.
He's the pistolero, right? And that spike's not too far away. They don't know about it, right? Hip has no idea. Now, they're still focusing towards top middle, so might miss the timing. And again, you've got to see what they choose here. Mandatory of options.
Echo hears all of this, though, in terms of the clearance into market, but it's all a fake. It's going to be Neki that's potentially played in.
Neki has got to be so careful about this. They're wrapping through spawn. Still going towards that B side, potentially. That's risky. Fabian is here. Has full kit of util, a sheriff himself, and they don't know about B main. The timing on this, oh! It's a jump scare! Halloween just around the corner, but this one's looking terrifying. Fabian just trying to buy time, and he's done well at that. 26 seconds, they're looking for a safe plant here.
Neki's going for a gun.
Echo's closing the gap as well. Slow and steady. They don't know about this yet. They're being cautious, but they don't fully know. Gonna hear that. Howler. Not gonna find him. A new lease of life. Not gonna get the tag. Closing in slowly. Neki still around. Has his dart ready. Echo. Oh! Banger of a shot! And now you gotta find Mikey though. You gotta get towards that plant. Neki's got a gun. Echo's gone down. Mikey! 4 in the round, getting Mandatory up to 6.
Been quiet so far, but what a time for him to find 4 and put 6 on the board for Mandatory after conceding 2 so quickly at the start of this round.
Enemy remaining.
Finds the trades and finds the cleanup here.
Scary round there, man. Those sheriffs were starting to sing a little. Oh, 5 to 6. They've got the lead now. We're going to have Takas with ult. We've got the Odin back out to play. They've got everything they need here. There is Sop against them. But Takas gets ahead. Chance for him now. Needs it. Doesn't get it. Sop going to really deny
7
that.
7 HP.
Fabian's still here, though.
Let's get the orb here and find the res, yeah.
My ultimate is ready.
It's not exactly safe. Potential to have to draw out the wall for this. I mean, I think almost the aftershock.
You will not kill my allies.
Fabian, yeah. There's the, oh my god, Ordas got Takas at the same time. That's what scared me, but still, 4v4 here. It is tough fought for every step. Still trying to get towards the site. The spike not yet crossed, but Kellogg's in control, trying to play defense, but mandatory stabilize, Mike. It was so needed.
Yeah, 7-5 is absolutely what the doctor ordered here to flip this series back, potentially in their favor on their map pick, and a beautiful way to close out the first half. But don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the second half right after this break.
One enemy remaining.
It's certainly given the mandatory fans a reason to chant for them. 5-7, they are leading this half, and it's how they got there, Mike. Looking like they found what they needed. A couple of these key rounds aligning, and even Kellogg's shots at the end were absolutely nuts as well.
Tough first half for him for sure, sitting at 5 and 10, but still, there's mechanics on display. And shutting down Ulf, not necessarily switching things up, they're still going hyper aggressive, but a few of these that I don't feel like coin flipping, but mandatory are the ones that ultimately come out on top after being shut down, being completely eviscerated in some of the early rounds. So credit where it's due. We're starting the second half here with, well, starting the second half very quickly, I'd say.
Yeah, making no subtleties of that early
also,
start.
Just to note as well, Enzo, his utility is so crucial in this second half in terms of slowing down these early probes.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be on his toes for that one, because they're pacey.
I mean, look at it here, even in the, sure it's the pistol, but it's sawn out the slow and the wall here towards B.
Aldron over the wall, going to clear close sight, so they can focus towards that back pillar, but you can see the movement coming out from mandatory, just slipping away, giving up the site here. They can play for that retake, but the statistic doesn't make it seem like the best idea that we saw at the very start of this.
Open plant as well, so plenty of options here for Ulf in the post. Ordas going to have his hands full.
Going to get cleared by Enzo there. Nice pinch towards Market. Opens up the avenue now towards CT. Echo gets cleared. Takas, Enzo, mandatory starting to find what they need. It's Fabian and Neki, and they don't have a single thing to say. Suddenly, we're seeing all of those stars align.
Enzo able to navigate his way back towards B. Again, this flash into Market, I think, ultimately is the plan. They concede Ordas, and this is where you have to credit, again, the overall ethos, the preparation here from Ulf, but Mandatory again able to turn the tides in a round like this, where they should be effectively caught with their pants down.
That's brilliant. We're starting to see Mikey get online as well. Seeing all of it. 5-8.
I don't have all day.
Being much closer. This is so good for a second half start as well. Just get some closer on those steps. Double digits calling. It's a frenzy for Sop. Start. Too much damage. Just a bit of chip on Mikey here.
I was going to say potentially plays in Echo to catch somebody in transition, but Takas able to deal with that. Enzo back onto this angle. We'll find Fabian. A freebie picked up here. Sop down at 22 HP. Of course, further issues for ULF here in terms of the recovery. That's it, Neki and Sop both find kills here. Sop found another one.
Nah, no. There's no way this happens, right? We've got Sheriffs in a frenzy, come on. Bulldogs on the other side. I would be an absolute loss for words.
We're looking to prioritize the plant over maybe picking up one of those weapons in mid. Sop now just tucked in, frenzy in hand.
Still with that paranoia though, that could be so useful here, but would they even consider Sop on this close corner? Surely not.
I think thinking
Maybe
they're low.
Prowler could work for that, but would you invest it this close?
It didn't catch.
Oh my god. Here we go. Yeah, a complete surprise, but it brings it down to the 1v1. Neki still has to be solid as a rock, but
it's an open plant.
He's gone around the world. It is beautiful. This sets off the timing, and it's a gamble of a smoke, but it's going to work well. Neki now needs to kind of bring this into effect. Looking for the tag here. Paranoia is good. Again.
Is he being towards
him?
him?
Get the tag. He doesn't.
Oh my god, Mikey!
That's pretty damn close though,
No.
Mike. I don't think he's got this at all. ULF out of nowhere.
The worst
Breaking
thing,
their hearts, man.
worst thing being as well, there's a drone here, but he has the dart on top of this to make it even harder. But there's so much time that's already passed here. This Prowler, I'm not sure where it was looking. And desperation from Mikey. Heroics and a bold maneuver. TP forwards here. But it's ULF to flip round 2.
I'm not going to say I was mentally checked out, but after the start, I was like, surely that's a great build-up. Back in, double digits, says Takas. Getting caught instantly. It's Sop again. Now, Kellogg's he locked in with the Headhunter, but, well, hello, Aldrone.
Oh, he was still chomping at the bit to find a kill. This will slow down here. Mikey only got a classic in hand. Sop looking to go further forwards here. Oh my god, he's heard all of this. He's heard all of this rotation as well.
Yeah,
he knows they're off A.
He knows everything. He can just set the path up. Echo going to be left to hold this push, just in case, but they've got that information already in their heads. They know this. They can take some sort of comfort in it almost as well. Oh, this is so tough. Mickey on the front lines, but that's fine. I think they're just trying to lock him in, but at this point, it's going to be 7 for ULF.
Yeah. And forwards now on the hunt. Kellogg's clean on the first. Echo will fall. Sop posted up on the angle now, though.
Yeah, go back.
That's 3. Gotta go. My ult's ready.
Oh my god, he's
He's
going.
going forwards.
Yeah, I mean, he's giving it a damn good go, and well, you can see why. ULF clean house. Yes, they lose out on 2, but they keep the 3 standing and close the scoreboard up.
And Sop actually gets his ult off that as well. So a big tool to bring forwards here. Neki just 2 away from the Hunter's Fury as well. Mandatory on the brink of 2 ultimates, but not available just yet. ULF able to put themselves right back in this map.
And that operator with Sop is what I'm going to keep my eye on, and how well positioned it can be. On the
How
other
well
side,
anticipated it is.
yes, exactly. I need to see them now kind of working with that as something that's in the forefront of their mind. As Echo bulldozering forward, that was so bold to go for that corner swing, but it is to set this into motion. Mikey, the only one here, and we were complimenting and highlighting how well supported someone like Ordaz was when he was on an island. Let's see if we can say the same for Mikey on the other side. Echo unrelenting in that chase, but goes down as that's brilliant. Hip coming back around, going to find Sop. It's the operator out of hand.
Bring them down.
Extremely sloppy on the way into A here. Here's the op to swing onto these wider angles to clear instead of holding. The swing from Mandatory, but not necessarily over just yet. And so many bodies tucked into that corner now. I don't think they're going to be anticipating as many to swing through. That's just the one way, they're going forwards.
Trying to, but it's just going to be Fabian alive in a 1v3. Surely not, it's not. Enzo secures it in the end. And that's the first time it looks like things weren't aligned for ULF there, and actually credit to Mandatory for exploiting that.
Yeah, I mean, sure, it's a little different if Sop can get into a deeper position early on. Echo is just, he's so eager to kind of puff the chest up and really create some pressure here, but I don't know who it was behind Enzo, but they're able to slip onto such a deep angle. But nothing really develops from that.
Yeah, that felt like the first red flag we've seen from ULF, where it wasn't, look, Echo's attempts, fine.
Like, I mean, he's a player, like I said, he's a player, you kind of just want to let him off the leash and do that sort of thing. Yeah. On the other side, it was just kind of how they scaled up towards A. It felt a bit out of character, and obviously opened up a big opportunity for Mandatory now to get back to business, right? Make sure that ULF don't get that momentum building, because, again, those 2 rounds in succession, it kind of felt like it, and the way they got there. But now we're back somewhat to normal. You look at the ults coming through. Enzo already has his. Mikey's got his, and the rest still building through. On the other side, they're a little bit closer, but this round, looking at the finances, I don't think they're going to have that purchase really to supplement it completely. No, we're looking towards Sop to really do damage here. Maybe a chance to throw in dribs and drabs, but yeah, a couple of rifles materializing, potentially. Take a look here, jumping back into round 17. And big potential here. Fabian finds a couple of kills. Neki finds one. This could turn the tides for sure.
I'm looking at Enzo though, 17 to 10. Putting in some work here.
Big bounce back in map 2.
Sop though, gonna invest the ult. Didn't expect that, but that's big info on the site. Now Kellogg's is going to have to get out of there, but he's been seen on the follow-up and spotted as well. Down goes Hip.
Oh my God.
Sop is tearing him apart. Decides to back away, takes a weapon and... Oh, no! You can't do that! Takas just got absolutely broken in half, man.
No more, man.
Oh dear, Mikey and Enzo, can you save this one? Enzo can get a res, but it looks like they want to go for this. It's a trap well made, and surely a death. No, Takas gets to live. It ain't over yet for Mikey. That felt so individual.
Maybe trying to capitalize on the rolling thunder and the pressure towards that res to get into a position behind. That's your gap in the smoke here, but Fabian not punished on it. Also now the wall actually causing issues for Mandatory in terms of repositioning here.
I think the time's
gone.
all
but gone, yeah.
Yeah, this again, these sort of buys where they're a little bit lighter, off coming with such a well-made plan. Man, that pace again from Sop was just second to none. These are exits for Enzo. But the scary factor, off right here, man.
It's on the lesser purchase, so again, throw a couple of bodies in here. Takas gets absolutely snapped on here.
Wow.
That is brutal. Sop is quickly becoming one of my favorite players to watch, man.
Hands down.
It's just, it's so audacious. Some of the things he looks to do, and he comes out shining.
Well, because like by all rights, Takas should have probably won that fight, right? Like in your head, you're imagining it, but it's not the case. And back to it. The pace is unrelenting. This guy could be it. Oh my God. That takes Mikey away. That opens up the A site. He's cleared through a lot of space. Now they can just bury in that spike, get the plant down. Do they have any tools maybe to work this back in? No ults really to hand, as obviously Mikey went down. They still got util though.
There.
Waiting out this smoke now, but a 4v5. Takas getting onto this angle, but Sop shuts it down once more.
Oh, it's his highlight reel!
Oh my God, man.
Back-to-back rounds, he's getting 3Ks, and there's still a chance for 2 more. Enzo and Kellogg's, I think, you know, this one, you got to walk away from it. You don't get a look in.
There's just no slowing them down. Again, I said in map 1 where Mandatory is just being suffocated or being given time to even react. What does Mikey do here? He calls there on A. Next thing you know, they're already going towards elbow. They find the kill. I mean, it's just... It's brutal to watch your team up against the ropes in some of these rounds.
Look at that. Look at that.
I mean, the only real criticism here is like, you could say, Mikey, why are you challenging that? But that's about it.
That's as
because
far
what
as
do
you
you do
can
with that? Again, there's so little time to react.
It's hard just to be asked to go up against it, right? The pace he's flying in with. 9-9, timeout for mandatory here. Starting to see Sop kick it up a gear, 23-14. Wardaz not too far away, 16-12 on the other side. Of course, Enzo, the one to be really toward the front.
Just to come back to another discussion, Fabian's so happy to go from the front lines to just like the silent hero and do it so well. I mean, you're seeing some fantastic paranoia placement from Wardaz.
Yep.
Fabian just littering these sites with utility, perfectly timed.
Nightmare to deal with.
Yeah. Again, a really, really selfless player. Mandatory not going to have a purchase here. Takas and Kellogg's, neither of them with an ultimate to throw into round number 19. Certainly now tense in terms of conceding potentially the lead on this second map.
Yeah, this is
So I feel like
time.
ULF have hit their rhythm now.
Which is the scary factor. They've done it around, what, 19?
We saw them try in the first half, and Mandatory shut it down.
Show me what you can do, Mandatory. Show me that depth. Show me that resilience we've been talking about. That resistance needs to be here now. They've gone for a little bit of a trap play on this corner, just to deal
Yeah, the solution
with
is to throw 2 more players here with Mikey.
And it may help. Maybe it's the answer to the woes.
I'm out of here.
Oh my god, he's slick with it though. He's not getting caught by this. He's out of there. That's 3 players noted, at minimum 2.
But ULF read the game so well. Now looking to capitalize on the back of it. Echo will find Enzo. Neural Theft will go in. It will reveal Kellogg's as well.
And this highlights again.
Oh, no!
Man, this highlights it so well though, right? Sop's been found, but look how uncomfortable it was for Enzo just try and hold that space with Fabian's utility. Takes a step out, gets punished. 4v3, it's not completely out of the realms yet. Takas though down so low makes it really tough. What are you meant to do next? Where's that way in?
Taking a ton of space towards CT as well. Still a paranoia to shut this down.
Oh, trying to gap close near side maybe, but not going to happen. Oh, that's backbone! And my, ULF are really swinging up here. 10-9, they take back the lead.
A resurgence in this second half. And by the way, this is arguably, in terms of ceilings, one of the most mechanically talented players we've seen in this region. And he can't even ping down a single kill in this situation. ULF just look fantastic once they get their footing.
And they're looking for pace themselves, maybe to try and be bold in their approach. Have a little bit of a look down towards A, but then do dismantle it. It's a mid-walk. What adds?
Mikey's deep on this one way.
Yeah, Sop's also holding top middle in case they do try and make a bit of a swing or something happen.
Don't double swing this.
Oh.
Oh, thank God, Sop missed.
Bloody hell. But that's big info. Does this encourage them then towards A? Do they cancel it because of the fast rotation? A couple of options here. Hip trying to get that info for them, noting progress towards that A main push-up. It's still going to be Mikey close, and that's info, and that's now Takas off the leash. But he's going to get a 1-for-1 trade. Neki got it before Fabian fell, and now Sop is surrounded. He's in trouble. Bailed out by Neki again. Expecting the counter swing wasn't there. It's the back pedal from Hip, trying to reposition. He's got help on the way, but for now he does stand alone.
They don't get ahead of Kellogg's, though. Kellogg's is able to slip through.
Ooh. He's had a quiet game, though. Quiet map here. TP on site. Hello. You see. Hip in the meantime denied that push-up on elbow. Good control from Kellogg's. And there it is. Taming the tempo. Even just Wardaz, who's actually been pretty nasty.
He's got time on this.
3.
He's got time to hightail it.
Yeah,
he's going to be noted, potentially.
Smoke top mid. Ooh. A little annoyance on that, I'm sure, but that's fine. Slowed down on trip. Yep. Everything in his way. Try him, man.
I mean, this would
Lance
be
in.
absolutely sensational.
Could you imagine? 3 there, smoke in. What's the plan? 10 bullets. Bloody heck. And they're pacey. They're not trying to slow this down. One through.
Oh my God.
Thank your lucky stars that keloqz was there and he was quick, because that felt like it became possible.
Yeah. If he slips behind that wall, anything's possible. Only 2 survive. It doesn't really scratch the surface in terms of the finances built up here by ULF, but keloqz gave himself a consolation at least. Odin and an operator maintained. Even so, look how hard Mandatory have to work to even get this ball rolling. It's actually the second line of defense that delivers for Mandatory.
I'm out of here.
You are seeing keloqz with ult. Does have an operator as well to play with.
Gotta go.
Ult out for Sop.
Go forwards again.
Of course he is. Let's see where he heads to. Does he take that fight on middle? Yeah, having a look. Is keloqz on the, I don't say a deep line on B yet, but he's considering it, toying with the idea.
I think Echo's got to be aware of the threat here.
Doesn't need to do too much yet. They're still working towards A as well. That's going to then put Mikey on red alert. And without this kind of pace change almost, you're not... Ah, there we go. Good spot there. It looks like they're trying to buy time for Sop to work, right? Work the map a bit, see if he can catch someone.
I think noting as well the trip in towards Market. ULF are going to look for something behind this setup now. Got to be so careful, buddy.
I'm out of here.
And the reveal will ping off.
Yeah, it gets 2.
Couple of bodies, yeah.
They're not getting the picks they want. They're trying to work mid a bit. They're making it uncomfortable, sure, but this
keloqz is
game...
dialed into this angle right now.
Oh, God. Oh,
no!
The timing! Come on! Oh, God, that is a nightmare for Takas. Trying to make up for it. Couldn't snap back in time. Ordaz on the hunt, though. Takas playing Market perfectly. But it's a 2v2, 20 seconds. Spike still towards Market, but the wrap from CT. They have no idea. The smoke about to dissipate. Mikey's found 1, 13 seconds. Mikey up against Neki. Neki does manage to evade it. Oh, good shot. Mikey there, pushing up to 11.
Gets bullied a little bit towards A side, but Mikey delivering another clutch here. Just when Mandatory needed it. This is just... Seeing keloqz like an inch from his monitor for like a full minute. Hearing the cam go in and out from Echo.
One enemy left.
It's just a heartbreaking scenario for keloqz. Sop just 1 away from his ult. Again, finally. Late timeout to be called here from ULF, but lots to consider because, like I said, finally now breaking the bank.
Yep.
Of a few of these players, still Sop and Ordaz. Money left for sure. But maybe going to look to play off Sop's ultimate here. Was that a mandatory? Yeah, again, some money. Still got keloqz's ults and certainly something to offset that. Just 2 away from the res, another factor to consider. And finally now, mandatory, a grasp on.
Enzo finally getting the Odin out as well. Feels like we're waiting for that for a while.
I think he's had it a couple, we just haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's not had the time to really like shine yet, but here we go. Crunch time.
There's bodies here.
It took 3 to slow down Sop before. The 3 are still here. Takas gonna find a corner. Sop. Oh my God! Oh! Get out of here! This guy is something else! He's something else! They put extra bodies. They did everything they could, and he breaks down the door nevertheless.
Just 0 respect, brute force, and finds everything and more for ULF.
But
this is in the blink of an eye.
The confidence to go back into that. The confidence to still think you're going to win the fight there. There's no chance. It felt like they had the perfect angle on it. They were in the right place. It was Takas and Mikey, I think, down there. You'd back him 9 times out of 10.
Takas is on the angle quicker than Sop.
Yeah, didn't get affected by Fabian's utility either, had it all.
I want to see that slide from
Please.
Sop's POV in like 0.25 speed.
Yeah.
Because it's so quick to slide backwards and then still find that shot. That was filthy.
And for Mandatory, what are you meant to do about that? You've already put 2 extra bodies there. You've already done the adjustments. He's still this good. 11-11. And how's the money sitting on the other side? I think they're in a bit of spot of bother. Here it is.
That is... Oh my God.
And again, look how low is it though. 3 HP still gets the fight. Oh, you got your slow-mo, mate. Oh,
that's disgusting.
They are gunners, man. And that has broken the buys. They're going to have to make it work with a little bit of a shaky purchase. Operator, Odin. Still going to have a Phantom with Mikey, but it's going to be Kellogg's having to bank on the ult. You're going to see just a Sheriff out for here, but that's an early tag on Takas.
Cage triggered.
Problem being, look what's on the cards here. Rolling Thunder and the Hunter's Fury here. Next down to 5 HP. Kellogg still looking for something. We'll find Echo.
Again, going for these sort of mid-works and kind of mid-walks, it plays in double operator setups, right, rather than those straight side executes. This actually works really well for Mandatory. Maybe a missed call or a missed assumption of what was remaining.
Now left towards Ordaz and Sop. Try and find a recovery here. Sop's going to get spotted, yeah. Sharp from Kellogg's. Let's make this tour de force work. We're going to be back on... Ooh, I was going to say Takas finds the tag, but no kill. Kellogg's going to clean things up. 3 on the board for him. A map point now for Mandatory. A flawless round nonetheless. Said to come into the final round of regulation here, potentially some very problematic ults available for ult. One off the Hunter's Fury, one off the Rolling Thunder as well.
And they're going back to what had worked before. But this time around...
Enzo here with an Odin.
Yeah, and you're going to have Takas too. Hip to set him up. Takas forced off the first corner. Looking at Enzo to be the one to deal with this. Walled up, waiting. Who dares walk forward? Oh!
What?
Fabi with just a clothesliner on him. Brings him right back down to earth.
Mikey's here so fast.
Here, bro.
Ultra aware.
Deploying drone.
Two behind the wall, that's big info.
Yeah, that's huge, and they're going. Sop is going to line him up again. Problems beginning now. Hip looking vulnerable, tucked in the corner. Ordaz took away Mikey at all on Kellogg's in a 1v4. Looking like OT could be coming. Plant now.
Planted.
Ooh, big shot. Now a 1v3 looks more doable.
The fault line here from Fabian though.
That's a good time by Kellogg's with a way out though, but down to 10 HP.
Yeah, not much to do in this situation with Operator. He would need a miracle to deny overtime.
Trying to work the map, but that timer is ticking quicker. He gets closer as Sop awaits. The man is knocking on 30, pushing into OT.
But the presence of mind here to slow things down, wait for the tag on the Hunter's Fury. That kill from Fabian is disgusting. That was absolutely disgusting, but Sop here waits just a moment for this tag to come through, clear this, make it even easier for him. I mean, we've talked about complacency a few times, but Sop never overheating.
No, he is something special we're getting to witness here, if this is capability in the finals. But we focused on the resilience shown by Mandatory after a very tough back and forth game. Finding a couple of solutions, being able to provide them, I like that. Tick in the box for me, but it's OT, and now pressure starts to mount, right? This is suddenly very, very close.
Sop finding an operator in here. Mandatory looking to quickly explore mid. An unorthodox setup
Dealt
here,
with.
though. Yeah. Sop's always got somebody next to him as well to still play him in these scenarios.
Gets that line Now, we'd seen real aggression in regulation on this side of the map. They were pushing down tiles. They were everywhere. So you can understand why Mandatory are taking a bit of caution this time, making sure no one's slipping that net.
I have this fight.
Smoke and a slow. Trip not dealt with just yet. Still a safety net.
Quite deep too.
I mean, that's very telling that neither of these trips are going to be broken, Lauren.
Yeah, at this point, the penny's going to start
Mandatory
dropping
think
here.
they've almost pulled a massive rotation. I'm almost surprised to see Neki best the drone.
Yeah,
the
but
confirmation.
Now, hold on, Takas trying to cut through top middle. The paranoia, he evades it, but now he's in danger. Gonna be cut off a little bit, but the rotations aren't all gonna be there. There's still 3 players on that B side. Cannot slow work, and the slow and steady doesn't work against Sop. Favian now eyes trained towards that CT side push. He's ready. Can't get the follow-up, but Hip gets shut down. Good trade for Mikey. On towards the site, Sop has to evacuate. They've lost that side control. Enzo and Mikey need to clutch up here. Anything for Sop to work off, though. Confirmation on the dart. Quick through, body on the line. Can't drop the body, it's a good trade! Echo there! Willing to swing. A Sop willing to die for the cause.
Absolutely, they know they've got the timing here. Even if it's a fake tap on the first, they wait a second or two. And Sop throws himself in. Again, does so well to find Kellogg's just before retreating. And again, this is after actually, should have a huge upper hand here. I'm surprised to see Neki even commit towards the confirmation. Because it looks like they're happy towards it. Yeah, a retake's fine, guys. Don't worry about it.
Well, here's the thing, right? Do you bank on off hitting that A piece again that they banked on, they depended on, or where do you put your pieces here if you're Mandatory? And Sop is on a...
Oh my god, he nearly gets under.
Just got slowed down, but the pace ain't stopping. Enzo under pressure too. He's been revealed. He doesn't really have a corner to hide from, but he's really willing to stick around on this. They want to keep B main. They're trying to fight for their space, and Ordas doesn't get the memo, apparently. So Enzo takes him down. Echo waiting for the swing. Gets one, can't adjust. It's a bloodied battle, but Enzo standing up when it matters for Mandatory, making this round his own, and maybe just saving them.
Enzo under a ton of pressure. Can't cross back because of the market pressure. Ordaz, I think maybe thinking somebody's pressuring him off. The angle has drawn his eyes towards main. Huge round from the veteran here.
And that's where you want that pedigree. That's where you want a player like that. To keep you guys focused, to feel it, to deny any momentum for Rolf. Enzo standing tall in that one, so double OT. 13-13, and a timeout called for Mandatory here.
Probably just to catch their breath after those first 2 rounds of
Appreciate
overtime.
that, guys. I could do that too.
Again, you have to give credit for Mandatory to really go against the grain in some of these rounds. What feels like a true war of attrition.
Yeah. It is getting that way now.
Here on Sunset. Because ULF just keep on pushing them.
It makes you wonder, what would have happened if Sop got through that door?
Wow. Wow.
For now, though, timeout has come to its conclusion, so we get back underway. Let's have a look at how this settles in. ULF expecting presence towards the A side, putting 3 there this time. Very different setup.
Mandatory got to have their head on a swivel, though. Similar setup to what we've seen previously in regulation. I think almost the same response here from Mandatory.
Oh, that's quickly dealt with, though. This time, Takas trying to be a little bit more evasive, kind of implying top middle, but it's all through market. I like that, actually. A little bit of a switch up, but Takas got to be careful. Echo could have caught him, but it's Neki on the swing, and they're all taking individual fights towards back pillar. What are we doing? Enzo desperate to try and help, try and stand on guard, but now he's in danger. He should be spotted on this as well. No, he actually gets away with it. Enzo, are you going to have to do this again? Save the boys from what could be a dismal round. As Kellogg's falls, it's on Enzo in a 1v3. These feel like some mistakes here. Some desperation plays. Now ULF need to show their ability to sit more passive, to sit more careful. Looking for a triple swing. Enzo saved them before. Can't do it this time.
I think maybe just a slight mystery here. This pump towards top mid. You can see Neki and Echo are happy to just dig their heels in. That's why I think they try and chase down this stun onto Echo. Neki striking back. ULF will find another map point here on Sunset.
Quietly, gotta say, Ordaz as well, 24-17.
Yeah, he
11
upswing.
assists.
Huge upswing from him. Like I said, the paranoia placement early on in this map was perfection.
As usual route. Unpunished.
Bring them down.
Mandatory this time, putting basically just Kellogg's towards that A site. Everyone else, top, mid, or
There.
market. Echo. Show towards middle initially. There's 2 players here for this, though. First time we're seeing this very proactive hold towards top mid.
Well, look at the 2 players in market as well. Very
It's a
up
late
close and
crunch.
personal on the back of the wall being invested towards main.
Paranoia's ready. There it is. That goes in. It's going to catch Echo, but where's the rest of it? Where's the rest of it? Where was the plan? It's been torn to pieces.
Kellogg's still on that island. Completely played out of this round. And it would need a 1v5.
Oh, God. 15-13. ULF got put through their paces, but they elevated. Mandatory showing some of that grit and determination, but couldn't quite push far enough.